Power isn't handed to you. You have to go out and get it. But most people never hear that truth. From the time we're little, we're taught that wanting power is wrong, that wanting to succeed means you're selfish, that following the rules is the best way to get ahead. But if you really look around, is that how the world works? The people at the top, politicians, billionaires, powerful leaders, they don't wait their turn. They don't follow the rules they expect others to follow. They go after what they want, take action, and don't apologize for it. While others are still hoping for a green light, they've already moved forward. The truth is, people in control never wanted you to learn how to gain power. That's why they raised you to be polite, to keep quiet, and to ask for permission. They said being ambitious makes you a bad person. They said being nice and fair is the only way to succeed. But that message wasn't meant to protect you. It was meant to weaken you. Because once you believe that power is bad, you stop trying to get it. And that makes you easier to control. Schools don't teach you how to think strategically. They teach you how to follow orders. Sit still. Don't ask questions. Memorize and obey. If you speak up or push back, you're punished. But the people who actually succeed aren't the ones who follow all the rules. They're the ones who figure out how to use the rules or break them to their benefit. We grow up thinking that hard work and patience will lead to success, but that's not always true. The people who win aren't always the ones who worked the hardest. They're the ones who acted fast, took chances, and didn't wait for someone to approve their choices. Most people go through life afraid to take a bold step. They don't want to upset anyone. They think being fair will eventually pay off. But fairness is just a story we're told. It's not how power works. Real power is about having the upper hand, knowing how to influence people, how to shift the way things look, and how to control situations. Here's something they'll never teach you in school. Once you start thinking like someone who holds power, your whole world shifts. The average person is scared of risk and failure. They see mistakes as something to be ashamed of. But powerful people see failure as part of the path. They learn from it and keep going. The weak are scared of being rejected or called selfish. The strong know those things don't matter. What matters is having control over your choices and your environment. Everything you've been taught, from religion to school to the government, was designed to make you wait, doubt yourself, and follow the crowd. This has been happening for generations. It's not a secret plot. It's just the way things have been done to keep most people in line. Most people think that power is something bad, that only mean or greedy people want it. But that's not true. Power itself isn't good or bad. It's just a tool. It depends on how it's used. Those who understand this are never scared to go after it. Those who fear it stay stuck, afraid of reaching too far. So ask yourself, are you waiting for someone to hand you the life you want? Or are you ready to take it for yourself? No one's going to give you permission. No one's going to give you power. You have to claim it. Power isn't about muscles or working non-stop. It's about understanding how to shape the way others see things. The most powerful people don't always look powerful. They know how to move quietly, how to lead without showing it, how to control the way people think without anyone even realizing it. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote about this centuries ago in his book The Prince. He didn't care about what was fair, only what worked. He saw that power is based on how people see things, not necessarily what's true. Most people think being a leader means being the best, the smartest, or the most honest. But the strong know that if you can make others see you as those things, you'll gain their trust, loyalty, and respect, even if it's all an act. That's the trick. The most powerful people wear masks. They act kind, reasonable, and wise, but behind those masks, they're pulling all the strings. People fall for it because they want to believe in good leaders. They want to think the system is fair. But those in control know that the real game is to make others want to follow them. They give you just enough choice to keep you feeling free, but really you're on a path they've already laid out for you. The average person never questions it. They believe the titles, the systems, the stories they've been told. But behind every position of power, there's someone who understands how the game works and how to win. Manipulation isn't something only the rich or powerful do. Anyone can learn it. Weak people think it's evil, but strong people know it's just another tool. It's how reality is shaped, how decisions are influenced, how history is made. Those who succeed know how to use emotions, timing, and appearances to their advantage. Look at history, look at politics and business. Winners aren't always the nicest or the most skilled. They're the ones who knew how to craft an image, tell the right story, and move further. The weak are too busy wondering if it's right or wrong. Meanwhile, the strong already claimed the prize. That's why the weak rarely rise. They worry too much about being liked. They think hard work alone is enough, but the powerful don't. They set things up so that they win before the competition even knows what's happening. And the craziest part, most people don't even realize they're being led. They think they're making their own choices, but really someone else designed the option. So ask yourself again, are you in control of your life, or is someone else guiding it while you think you're free? Because the truth is simple. If you don't learn how to shape the world, someone else will shape it for you. If you don't make the first move, someone else will, and you'll be stuck reacting to them. All your life, you've been told that power is wrong, that ambition is bad, that the good people are the ones who give everything up for others, but who benefits when you believe that? The ones who hold the real power, the ones who don't play by those rules. Throughout history, powerful people have used morals to control others, while doing the opposite behind closed doors. Religious leaders told the poor to stay humble, while collecting rich. Governments told people to follow laws while breaking them for power. Companies tell us to act right while using every trick to stay on top. So what does that tell you? It means morality is a set of rules meant to control the people below. It's not about kindness, it's about control. That doesn't mean you throw out your values. It means you recognize who created the rules and why. If people believe their natural desires and instincts are wrong, they'll never try to reach for more. They'll stay small, and the people in power will never have to lift a finger to keep them there. That's why most people stay stuck. They don't see the trap. They believe being good means being quiet. They believe that power comes to those who wait, but the strong know better. Power comes to those who take it. The most powerful leaders in history didn't wait around hoping to be rewarded for being nice. They made plans, took action, and didn't let morality stop them. They knew that those who hold power decide what's right and wrong, not the other way around. Most people will never accept that. They'll keep waiting, keep judging those who rise, and tell themselves they're better for staying small. But deep down they'll wonder what it would be like to have more control, and those who understand the game will keep running it. But once your eyes open, everything changes. You realize morality is flexible. It's shaped by whoever is in charge. You see that rising in life isn't about being the best person. It's about breaking the false ideas that hold others back. In the end, there are two kinds of people: those who are controlled by morality, and those who use it to shape the world. The ones who hesitate, who wait and overthink, miss their chance. Meanwhile, the ones who move quickly win before anyone else has even stepped onto the field. Power doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who act. People who get ahead in life don't wait for the perfect moment. They act as soon as they see an opening, while others are still thinking about it. Julius Caesar didn't ask for anyone's approval before crossing the Rubicon. He understood that waiting would ruin his chances. Napoleon didn't waste time wondering if his plans were too much. He knew luck supports those who move quickly. Business giants who shaped the world didn't sit around doubting themselves. They made bold moves and adjusted along the way. A lot of people say they're just waiting for the right time, the perfect setting, the perfect plan, but the truth is, that time never comes. There's only, while they're waiting, someone else is already taking what they wanted. Waiting shows fear. It tells others and yourself that you're unsure, and in a world where people follow confidence more than actual skill, that makes the difference between being a leader and being ignored. People are naturally drawn to those who seem sure of themselves, even if they're wrong. Weak people think being overly careful will lead to success, but the world doesn't reward caution, it punishes it. That's why many never reach the level they hope for. They keep waiting for approval from society, from others, or even from that voice inside that tells them to wait. But those who go far don't wait until they're fully ready. They understand that taking action creates chances. Moving forward gives them clarity. The weak think they have to know everything before they start. The strong know that understanding comes through action. Hesitation feels safe, but it's just fear in disguise. While you're standing still, someone else is moving ahead, grabbing the very thing you want. The job goes to someone faster. The chance disappears, and most people will lie to themselves, saying they were smart to wait, that they were just being cautious. But those who acted don't need excuses. They already won. The world isn't led by the most cautious, it's led by the bold, the first to take a step, the leaders, the creators, the risk takers. The difference between greatness and being average isn't intelligence, luck, or experience. It's the ability to take action while others are still hesitate. People waste years doubting themselves, hoping one day they'll be ready, but by the time they realize what they missed, it's too late. The strong take the risk, they make the move, and while others are still thinking about it, they've already won. Power isn't just about doing, it's about how people see you. The truly strong control how others see them. The weak think their ideas or skills will be enough, but the strong know perception matters more than facts. Look at real leaders. They don't just talk about power, they show it. Their presence alone speaks volumes. Weak people try to stay small, hoping to be liked. They look nervous, avoid eye contact, talk too quietly. They make themselves invisible, and the world treats them that way. But powerful people show confidence, even when they don't feel it. They stand tall, speak clearly, and move with purpose. They don't rush to talk. They know that silence used well draws attention. People notice them the moment they walk in a room, even before they speak. That's real power. It's not about being strong or having the best idea. It's about controlling how you come across. And when you control how others see you, you shape their reality. People follow those who look like leaders, even if they aren't the smartest. Why? Because human beings follow certainty. We're drawn to people who seem sure of themselves. That's why the weak never get far. Their unsure voice, their nervous smile, their hesitation, it tells everyone, I'm not a threat. And while they wait for others to notice their value, the strong show their value first. The world responds to those who act the part. The greatest leaders in history, like Caesar, Napoleon, and Churchill, understood this. Without being told, they didn't just lead with their words, but with their presence. Just standing in a room, they made people feel their power. Those who lacked this skill disappeared from history. Power isn't just about being smart or strong. It's about making others believe in your authority before you've even proven it. That's how the strong rise, because they know how to manage what others see and feel. So ask yourself, when you walk into a room, do people feel your presence? When you speak, do people stop to listen? Or do they glance at their phones bored? Because in this world, the unsure are forgotten, and those who control how they are seen control everything. People think that just being smart or skilled should be enough. But look around. Are the richest or most powerful always the strongest or smartest? Not really, because true power isn't about effort. It's about control. Those who learn how to influence others, how to shape what people think, feel, and believe, end up winning without needing to fight. Caesar didn't just win through war. He won hearts and minds first. Napoleon made people want to follow him. Real power is quiet. It works behind the scenes, and it works best when people don't even realize they're being influenced. Weak people think power means being loud and dominant, but true power is more subtle. The strong don't need to shout. They inspire. They don't demand loyalty. They earn it. That's what makes the difference between people who really hold power and those just pretending. Look around today. The people who control things don't have to fight. They control ideas. They own the media. They decide what's acceptable. They shape the conversation. They influence minds before anyone knows what's happening. And the weak, they don't even realize it. That's what makes control the most powerful force. If you can shape what people believe, you don't need to argue with them. If you guide how they think, they'll do what you want without question. The weak focus on small fights. The strong focus on changing minds. Even now you see it in modern life. The most powerful aren't always the strongest. or kindest. They're the ones who shape public opinion, control the message, and decide the rules. They don't ask for power. They build a story around themselves that makes them look untouchable. They design their image on purpose. What they wear, how they speak, what photos they share, they make sure everything about them screams confidence and strength, even if it's all an illusion. The weak never figure this out. They think if they work hard and stay humble, they'll be noticed. But the world doesn't work that way. Power comes to those who look powerful. If you don't shape how people see you, no one will see you as a leader. You'll just blend in. Those who understand how to control perception rise to the top, while the rest stay in the shadow. The truth is out there, but knowing it isn't enough. Many people will read this, agree with it, and then go back to their usual habits, waiting, hesitating, playing it safe. But power doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who grab. The first thing you have to stop doing is waiting for permission. Weak people spend their lives asking if they're allowed to take action. The strong just do it, and the world follows. Second, take control of how people see you. If you want to be treated like someone with power, you need to show power through your actions, your words, your presence. No one will respect you unless you first show them how. Third, stop avoiding conflict. Weak people hide from problems. The strong face. They don't fear rejection or criticism. They aren't looking for approval. They're looking for control, and only people willing to take risks ever achieve anything great. Most won't take these steps. They'll agree with everything but still do nothing. That's why they stay stuck. But the few who act, who stop waiting, who speak clearly, who move with purpose, those are the ones who change their lives. They get noticed. They become impossible to ignore. In the end, that's what makes the real difference. Not knowledge, but action. Power isn't just an idea. It's something you take. Most people will keep waiting, still unsure, still hoping things will magically fall into place. But they won't, because power isn't handed out. It's claimed. The final rule is simple. Power goes to those who claim it. Not to those who want it, not to those who wait for the right moment, but to those who act, who take risks, who stop hesitating. The strongest people in the world aren't the smartest or most skilled. They're the ones who move first. They're the ones who stop caring what others think and start doing what needs to be done. They learn by doing, while others are still overthinking. That's the harsh truth. Power isn't fair. It doesn't go to the best or the nicest. It goes to those who move, those who act, those who dare. So ask yourself, will you take it, or will you keep watching from the sidelines as someone else claims what could have been yours? Because while you wait, someone else is already 3 steps ahead.